Hello guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be looking at 5 characters from the Lord of the Rings movie / books that we will hopefully see in Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV series. So we're going to be looking at 5 characters listed in order of likeliness of seeing them and just seeing what they could be doing during the TV show as well, and going over what events that they were in that could be shown in the TV series as well. But some of them may be a bit obscure and maybe a bit strange, especially number 5. But let's get into today's video. At number 5, we have Tom Bondadil. So this is probably going to be the most strangest one, the most obscure one on the list. But the reason I put him in is, even though Tolkien did not actually say or write anything specific about Tom Bondadil being in the Second Age, the TV show and Amazon have said they'll be looking at unexplored areas of Middle-earth, and this could be one of the unexplored areas that they could visit and see. Even though it is quite unlikely Tom Bondadil will be featured, but maybe they will do it just for fan service because we do not see him in the film adaptations as well. And it'd be quite interesting to see what they think Tom Bondadil would be doing in the Second Age, and it would actually be quite a fun character to meet as well. So it'll be really interesting if we actually see Tom Bondadil in the TV series, even as just a little extra or just sneak peek, or just even like 20 minutes of an episode. Or maybe he can have a big role in the TV series that none of us know about yet, which could also be really interesting as well. So that is number 5, Tom Bondadil. In at number 4 we have Cirdan the Shipwright, and I believe from number 4 and under, all these characters will probably most likely be in Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV series, and there is no doubt about that, just because of how major and influential these characters are in the Second Age. And here Cirdan the Shipwright is an influential big character within the Second Age. For example, seeing him at the War of the Last Alliance at the end of the Second Age, being one of the key members there as well, as he followed Gil-galad, who was the High King Elf, to go and end Sauron once and for all, as they thought back then, because that was not true. He did come back again, and we can also see him during the Second Age when he resided in Mithlond, and seeing him grow from there and then go and maybe build these ships as well. But through the Second Age he did stay in Lindon and Mithlond for the time being, so maybe we'll catch up with this character in the first, or at the end of the first season, or even the start of the second season, because at the start of the Second Age he was a big character, but wasn't really he was in big massive events till later on in the Second Age. So maybe we can just see some character growth within the first few seasons and see the character grow. But he was pretty old as well, because apparently he was the only elf who had a beard, which showed how old he was as well. So hopefully maybe we'll see, just for a TV setting, they'll have to show character growth still, even though he is really old. In at number 3 we actually have 2 characters, and the reason I put these 2 characters together is because Galadriel and Celeborn, most of the Second Age were together, so it was just fine if I put them both at the same spot. As, for example, firstly, for Galadriel, we'll see her getting one of the 3 Elven Rings, which will probably be one of the big moments within the Second Age, and without a doubt she will be in the TV series. And it was actually said a few months ago that Morphy Clark, an actor on Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV series, could be playing her, a young Galadriel in quotation marks, as she wasn't really young, as elves are quite old. But as we continue, it's good that we will be seeing this character for a fact in Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV series. I think this is the first one I can confirm completely that this character will be in. But for Celeborn, he must also be in as well, because if Galadriel will be in, he will be in as well, because they'll in the TV series, we'll hopefully be seeing them go into Lordaeron, or Lothlorien it was later known as, and founding it using the Elven Ring that was given to her by Sauron and Celebrimbor. So seeing Lothlorien grow to see how it looked like in the Lord of the Rings book / movie as well. So it's great to see her growth as a character, as in the TV series nowadays, due to political correctness, you're going to have to see a major woman character which is not a problem, which is going to be at the head of the TV show, and this is probably going to be the female led character that will be taking the show with Elrond. I think these two characters will be heading the show as well. So in at number 3 we had Galadriel and Celeborn. In at number 2 we have the man himself, Sauron, or in the Second Age he was known as Anatar at the beginning when he was at Numenor. So without a doubt Sauron will hopefully be the main protagonist in Amazon's TV series, as he was really influential in a bad way during the Second Age, and that's probably most of you guys will know. And it'd be really absurd if he is not even casted in Amazon's TV series. So I can bet money that he is in, and we'll hopefully see a different side to the character that we saw in the books and in the movies, a more sly character when he was actually called Anatar. And because Sauron was a shapeshifter, he could blend into a lot of different characters, and he took the form of Anatar and actually destroyed Numenor. And it's quite interesting that hopefully we'll see this sly, sneaky character and his engagements with a lot of people. And the ones top of my head I can think of is Gil-galad, where Gil-galad was the only person who actually saw through Anatar's disguise and knew he was actually Sauron, or didn't know that Sauron, but knew he could not be trusted. So it's interesting to see this different, more not all evil, I want to take over the world side of Sauron, but this more complex character, which would be really interesting and add more layers to the character as well. And at number 1 we have Elrond, and he is, out of all these people, most likely to be in Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV series, and there's a few reasons why. And firstly is because at the end of last year, so around November time, Will Poulter was apparently casted to play young Elrond, and I said before, not really young characters because elves grow quite old, but to play a younger version of Elrond. But then when he lost, apparently he wasn't interested anymore due to scheduling difficulties, new cast member Robert Aramo is now said to be playing young Elrond, and I think this character Elrond will be the main character during the Second Age, as hopefully we'll see from the start of the season him growing in Lindon, growing into Gil-galad's high ranks, and then becoming his basically supporting chief, and then at the end of the season or TV show taking the mantle after High King Gil-galad died. But as we know, Elrond didn't fully take the title of High King of the Elves, but he is a really interesting character which will be explored deeply during the TV series, and hopefully will be headed around him and Galadriel. But I'm thinking that there'll be another main character, 1 or 2, that the TV series will go for. So not a Tolkien character, so a character made up. But if I had to put money on it, I'd put Elrond as the number 1 person I think would be in the TV series, due to all the evidence that suggested that Amazon has put him in due to the casting choices. Thank you guys for watching, I really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and have many more videos like this planned up in the future, so stay alert for that. But until the next video, goodbye my friends.